mess up like I did in chemistry. We are recording. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I went upstairs and Brit.
Okay, can you unmute it?
Unmute what? Didn't know I was muted. Sorry. Thank you, Lauren. So I was just babbling, and I didn't record the chemistry class because I forgot. So we're going now. And then I had to go fight with a doorknob because Ben was a pain in the ass this morning and locked his bathroom door without us noticing, and the door got shut because if the door's open and Kate finds it, she goes and plays in the toilet because she's one. And yeah, so that was my little bit of a break in between. Kids are awesome. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Over here, over there. Yesterday we looked at graphing logarithmic functions, which is figuring out the base function, which we can do if we forget. We can go back to the exponential function and do the inverse. These are all going to have vertical asymptotes and have x-intercepts. We did the whole business with 1, and so I'm just going to, this one has a horizontal stretch of a half, a horizontal translation of -1, a vertical translation of -3. So it would have a mapping rule of a half x -1, y -3. Base function is log base 5 of x. So -1, 0, 1, 5, 1, and a fifth. So this would transform. I'm not going to actually plot the graph. This one has a vertical asymptote at x equals -1. So our transformed bit of stuff. A half of a fifth is a tenth. A tenth minus 1 is -11 over 10, which is 1 1/10. That doesn't make sense. That's because that's -9/10, not 1 minus 10 is -9 over 10. A half of 1 is a half minus 1. A half minus 1 is -1/2. A half of 5 is 5 over 2. And 3 over 2. -4. 0 minus 3 is -3. And 1 minus 3 is -2. Those would be your points to plot. What's this down here? Oh, there's a third one. I did not notice the third one. Vertical stretch is 3. Reflection in the x. Vertical translation is 2. Horizontal translation is 5. So x plus 5. Whoops. So this is going to have a vertical asymptote at x equals 5. -3y plus 2 log base 2. So a half, 1, and 2. -1, 0, 1. Goes to a half plus 5 is 5 1/2. So 10, 11. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 2 plus 5 is 7. -3 times -1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. -3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. This one has a horizontal stretch of 2. Reflection in the y-axis. And a vertical translation is negative 4. So we're going to have a horizontal vertical asymptote. X equals 0. The base function, a third, 1, and 3. Oh, mapping rule. Negative 2x, comma, y minus 4. So our new table is negative 2/3, negative 1, and negative 6. Y minus 4 is negative 5, negative 4, and negative 3. So I trust you are all able to plot some points and go from there. So I'll put that up. Hopefully I'll remember to do some stuff. So this has some logs practice. We'll look at some of these. A question like that is kind of important. State the base function. And so write the inverse. X equals 7 to the y, or y equals log base 7 of x. Those are equivalent. Write that in logarithmic form. Log base 5 of x equals y. Because remember, we have Ben, the log bunny. And those are interchangeable. If I could draw a bunny, I would. Graphing 1/3 y equals 1/3 of x and log base 3 of x. Whoa. Ta-da. So negative 1, 0, 1. 1/3 to the negative 1 is 3. 1/3 to the 0 is 1. So negative 1 and 3, negative 2 and 9. So we have that. I really should. Okay. Take that. So that is 1/3 to the x. The log base 1/3 of the x. We do the inverse. 1, 2.
Mr. McKay,
Yeah.
I'm confused with, so how after, if x is -1, how is y 3? I'm just confused how it is.
So, like, to get that ordered pair. So,
Where? Oh, that one.
this one here, 1/3 to the negative 1. So that means 1 to the negative 1, which is redundant because 1 to any power. So I can split this up like that, right? Well, that's going to be 1. 3 to the negative 1 is 1/3. 1 over 1/3, when I multiply by the reciprocal, 1 times 3 over 1 is 3. So any fraction, because when you take an exponent, like a negative exponent. It's 1 over whatever that is. So it's a reciprocal thing. So if we have 1/3 to the -1, we're going to flip that back over. 3 and
Okay, I think that makes sense. Thank you.
3 and -1. 1 and 0. 1/3 and 1. So this one, oh no, has a vertical asymptote. The next one would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That next point would go down to there. And that's going to, so this grows this way, this one grows that way. I'm going to leave those two for you guys. Y log base 3 of 81 is 4. And this is where our powers come into play. 81, if I do my Mrs. Monroe Madame Parley factor tree, is 9 times 9 is 3, 3, 3, 3. So 81 is 3 to the power of 4. So log base 3 of 81 equals log base 3 of 3 to the 4th. So if I have a log base 3 of 3 is 1, so we're left with what exponent, or if I convert that, 3, and say that equals x to the x equals 3 to the 4, therefore x equals 4. So if you have a number that isn't written as, like you can kind of use that sort of thing. What is the value of log of 25? I don't know. What base is going to be here if there's no number? 10. So 10 to an exponent equals 25. This is what a logarithm is. We want to know what that exponent is. So if I do, well, yeah, writing problems. Log of 25 on my handy dandy calculator. 25 log is 3.1979. Raising, it's the exponent you raise 10 to get that number. So this dot dot dot, because it's going to go on for a while, should equal 25. And that's what a log represents. A log is fundamentally an exponent. Come on, brain. Oh, I wanted to go down to here. Log base 3 of 0. So log base 3 of 0 equals x. Well, log base 3 of 3 is 1 because 3 to the 1 equals 3. Log base 3 of 1 is 0. 3 to the 0 equals 1. Log base, so 3 to what power equals 0? Is that going to ever have a solution? No, because no matter what we put in here, we're going to, if we put log base 3 of 1/3 is -1. Log base 3 of 1/9 is -2. We can keep going and going, but that taking the log of 0. There's no power, because this is 3 to the negative 2 is a ninth. We're looking for that. There's no number we can put in for that to make it 0. It's not physically possible. So this is these sorts of questions. Evaluate the following. I'm going to look at some of these, and then that's just state the mapping rule and whatnot, and I'll let you finish those. These log-based tens. So 64 is 2 to what power? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So this exponent is 5. So these ones, but this one here, log base 2 of 16 to the power of 7. Well, there's a common base, 2 and 64, 16 to the power of 7. Can I express 16 as a power of 2? 2, 4, 8, 16. So that's 2 to the 4th to the 7th. If I want to simplify that, we would have 2 to the 4 times 7 is 28. So this is log base 2 of 2 to the 28. Log base 2 of 2 cancels. So that's how we get questions like those. And that's what we did yesterday. So it's Friday. I don't want to keep everybody too long. This is some practice. I will, after you guys leave, I said I would put the assignment for RF 7 exponentials, 8 and 9. I have it here somewhere. I have 5 pages of it. Come on, finger, computer. There we go. Right now it's 5 pages. Does anyone want to do a 5-page assignment? No. The answer is no. I'm not sure if that came through because I did this. I'm not very smart sometimes. But I will spend the next 10 minutes simplifying this, taking out redundant questions, and instead of having a 5-page assignment, we will have a 3-page assignment, give or take, maybe 4. Sound good? So finish that stuff, and I will post your next assignment. We will probably have one more after that, and that will be everything. They also want to keep reminding you. Come on, where am I looking? This course selection. They would love it if everything was done by Friday. Wait, that's today. The deadline I saw was the 29th, which is next Friday, because they have to build the schedule and all that stuff. But I have no idea what's happening. Is there any questions?
So what is it that we have to, do we have any, besides the assignment, we don't have anything due in this class? Besides
Well,
getting out?
well, you can kind of go through some more of this practice. I mean, some of these, if you wanted to, and like the mapping rule. But the assignment will have well, just because I'm piecing it together, draw the graph of what type of reflection, state the transformations, because those two are the same. So I'm probably going to just combine a question like that, write the mapping rule for something, and then some log questions. I mean, there's in this file, it looks bigger, but it's just because it's the same. It's the same sort of questions, and there's space to do stuff. But that's kind of the goal. I'm going to finish that and post it, and then we'll do one more assignment after that, and that will be everything. We'll still have material to cover and things like that, but in terms of assignments and whatnot. Not that you can see my thumb because of the sun in the window. But go outside, enjoy the sun. Hopefully you don't have any more classes today. If you do, go outside, enjoy the sun, and then come back in and or sit and watch a class from your deck or something.
This is kind of off topic,
Uh-oh.
but not. So for course selection, I didn't do Physics 11 because my schedule was just too much this year.
Yeah?
I was thinking of doing Physics 11 next year. And then if I did Physics 12, would it be too much? Like both?
If you were to do something like that, they would probably try to schedule you for 11 first semester and 12 the second semester, just because that's the only way to really do that, because trying to do them both at the same time would be very difficult because there's a lot of topics that cross over.
Is the math hard compared to like what we're doing here? Is it like harder or
I don't think so, but I teach math and chemistry and the like, so like it's like most of it is here's a whole bunch of unknowns, solve for or known, solve for the unknown, and there's 12 has more manipulation. So 12 the math is harder, but the whole point is you get used to the math in 11 and then do the math in 12. So like
okay, well, we'll
you
see.
you can the worst my advice always is sign up for it, because if they put you in 11 first semester and you go through and you have no issues, well, you're already signed up for 12 and you don't have to worry. But if you decide to only sign up for 11 and then say, holy smokes, I should have signed up for 12, well, that might make it harder to fit 12 in because of English classes or chemistry or this and that. So sign up for everything you think you might need, and then it's easier to get out of things than it is to get into them.
Okay,
That's my
thank
opinion.
you.
You're welcome. Have a good weekend. Don't you do. Don't get arrested. You're welcome.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Thank you.